Tiffany says Jason doesn't measure up.
I like him big.
But he's tired of being her little secret.
You don't like to let people know that we're together.
I am on national TV right now. Hello. Oh, okay, baby. I'm holding your hand.
So when he flipped for someone less shy,
Here, I'll sit on your lap right now.
See?
she got touchy with a new guy.
He did a little tongue twirling.
He just met you, and he's all over you.
Will they have a change of heart?
I'm a hoochie. I'm a hoochie.
I'm Chris Jagger. Welcome to Change of Heart. Today's couple, they met marching together in a parade 3 years ago. And then after 2 years of friendship, he finally asked her out. She said, sure, why not? And she's been twirling his baton ever since. So let's throw out some cheers for Jason Sanfilippo and Tiffany Hinman. Welcome to the show. Good to see you guys. Jason, you guys have been going out for a year now. Tell me what the biggest problem in the relationship is.
Biggest problem in our relationship is that she can't keep her hands off of other guys. She has this job as a bug girl. Okay, now she has to go up and talk to the guys and sell
in the
this
bar.
beer.
She goes out in the promotions,
yes.
right?
But I mean, I've seen other girls do it, and they'll go and they'll tell them with the beer and they'll buy it.
But
and
I
so
sell more than they do.
That's because you keep hanging off.
Thank
you hang
That's
off
why
them,
I keep
and
my
she's
job,
still
and they only have
flirting.
it for a little while, huh?
She'd sell the beer and then keep hanging off them and hanging off, just totally hitting them. I'm sitting there. I'm like, hi,
hey,
boyfriend,
remember me?
boyfriend, hi,
It's my
boyfriend,
job.
still
It's my
here.
job.
Hi, we're together.
Exactly.
You and me.
They know you're there. You're there. They know you're there.
After
Yeah,
a
but
while,
Tiffany, how does he handle himself when he sees all this going on?
Oh my gosh, he has a panic attack. He like grabs his chest. He's like, oh my god.
No, I'm not that bad.
At least, and then comes and picks me up when I'm like done.
Tiffany, what about Jason when he's not having a panic attack when you guys are out together? How does he behave?
He is so hyper, it's embarrassing. You guys don't understand. Okay, no, literally.
Too hyper?
No, really hyper. Like he's a gymnast.
Like
I'm
more than you?
Sweetie, yeah, more than.
Okay.
Sweetie, he's a gymnast. Okay, so you think, okay, he can do back handspring and all that kind of stuff. But no, seriously, we'll be at the mall, we'll be at like a gas station. It doesn't even matter.
I attract a crowd. People will be like, wow, that is so cool. They're like,
okay,
hey,
so what's the difference between you getting up and doing that kind of stuff and me a little?
Because I get people going up, hey, wow, look at
little
this.
Can we see what you do? Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. See, right there.
Look how embarrassed. So, Jason, obviously she wants you to calm down when you're in public, but is there anything you'd like her to do when you are in public?
Yeah, I want her to show me some lovin'.
Really?
She doesn't care anything about PDA. Okay, I'm all about that.
What's wrong with that?
You don't like to let people know that we're together.
Yes,
you never do.
I am on national TV right now. Hello.
You really watch that?
There you go. So what about when it comes to expectations? What kind of expectations does she have of you?
Well, she expects me to support her financially. Okay, she's got.
No, I can support myself. I just think that you should be able to support.
Okay, she has this dance. She's got this dance career. Okay, she's like great dancer. But she goes from job to job to job, not really making any money here. And so she gets herself in a little debt. And so here I am, I'm showing out money here.
You're helping her out.
I'm helping her out.
Help, exactly, help. You're not doing it, you're helping me.
Exactly.
Same thing.
Basically helping and helping.
A boyfriend is supposed to help his girlfriend just like I help you in other situations. Not with money, but other situations.
Yeah, not with money, but other situations.
Not like that.
You need to get
Now, wait a minute. Can I just say something? Backstage, you and I were actually making fun of our height differences because I saw you stand up there in the audience. Because you can stand up for just 1 second. The difference. What are you? How tall are you?
5'2.5".
5'2". Yeah. All right. I'm 6'4". Do you normally go for taller guys, Tiffany, or is this typical?
I like him big.
Yeah. So he's the exception then.
But I do know that good things come in small packages. Yeah. But I am used to taller guys. My last boyfriend was 7'1", so it's a little bit of a difference.
Right. You said good things come in small packages. What good things do you find in here?
He's always there for me, no matter what. I could be stranded in San Diego, stranded in wherever. Much experience, but I've been stranded in different places. He will like drop everything, even his job, and come pick me up.
And he's there for you.
Yeah, he's always there.
And that's very important. And Jason, what made you decide to come on the show today?
Well, it was mostly her idea. I mean, I'm fine with the relationship. Everything is good with me. But, she wanted to play some kind of game, and I'm like, fine, I'm up to the challenge.
Game.
There we go.
A game.
All right, now, Tiffany, I want you to take a look at the monitor over here. Because up next, you're going to see how Jason's date literally swept him off his feet. Take a look here. We're here with Jason and Tiffany. Now, Tiffany, I understand you told our producers that ever since Jason had this date, he's been behaving sort of strangely. You want to explain that?
Yeah, we've been getting in a lot of fights lately. It's almost like he's guilty about something, like something happened. So I want to know what went on.
Oh, all right. Well, you know what? Let's bring out someone who can tell us exactly what happened. Throw out some loving for Jennifer Giordano. Hi, Jennifer. Great to see you. Have a seat. Now, Jason, you told us that it was all Tiffany's idea to come on the show. Now, what about after you met Jennifer? How happy were you actually got involved in doing this?
I was amazed. First time I saw her, I was like, wow, I got really lucky here. She was a total bombshell. She had an incredible body. We were both acrobats, and things just worked out really well.
Bet they did. And Jennifer, what about you when you saw him?
The first minute that I laid eyes on him, I was just like, God, that guy has a strong body. Woo! And then I looked at his puppy dog eyes and I had it. I was done.
So Jason, I understand that you guys actually started the night out at a Kid Rock and Eminem concert. Yeah. So there you are hanging out. Very nice. Anything though that tore your eyes away from the stage?
Yeah, there were these dances that they had, and I had this dollar and I gave it to Jennifer. She went over to one of the dancers and put it in her G-string. After the song had ended, the dancer took it and gave it back to her by opening up her shirt and putting it down her bra.
Very nice.
Oh my gosh! He would.
Why? What's the matter, Tiffany?
He would freak out if I even looked at the guy. Oh my gosh!
It was a girl, though. Right? It's a Kid Rock concert.
I'm sick, so I don't think about girls.
So Jen, what did you do with that dollar?
Well, he left something out. She actually gave it back to me with her teeth, and she put it down there. Oh. And I took it out, and I kind of stuck it back in and rubbed it around a little bit and said, hey, here's a good luck charm for you. I gave it back to her.
And Jason, you still have it?
I still have it.
There it is.
It is mine, right here.
Very nice souvenir.
Yes.
So Jennifer, I understand that you were actually in charge of the plans for this date. So
right.
After the concert was done, where did you go?
Well, I was trying to think of some place that would be creative, something that would be different that he'd never done before. So I took him to a strip club. I asked him if he'd ever been to a strip club.
Right.
And he was curious. He had a curious look in his eye, so I took him to one. And he seemed to have a great time the whole time.
Very nice. So it's like a continuing theme from the Kid Rock concert into the topless
actually,
place.
Yeah.
So Jennifer, there you guys are at the strip club now. Did you have good seats?
Well, we got best seats in the house right up front on the front stage. And actually, there was only one seat available, so I had to sit on his lap.
Oh, how unfortunate. Now, Jason, obviously she seems like she's pretty friendly. Any reason, though, for you to have a panic attack on this date?
Well, she did some flirting, but I mean, she paid a lot more attention to me than Tiffany ever did.
Right. It sounds like you were having a pretty good time. Any problems come up?
Well, when I drove her back to her car, she had parked at this restaurant on top of this hill, and unfortunately the gate was locked below, so we had to get out and walk up the steep hill.
Now, but you're climbing this hill, though. Did you notice if Jennifer was more into public displays of affection than Tiffany?
Yeah, she seemed like she was. She was getting sore walking up the hill, so she took my hand and was like, put it on her butt and was like, hey, look, it's like, it feels really tight. I'm like, yep. You seem to have tight glutes.
Listen, my fact over and over again. Hooch, 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 hooch.
Now, Jennifer, earlier we saw that you guys were doing acrobatics. We saw that little video clip. When did that take place?
We went to the backyard of my coach's. I work for a troupe called American Acrobats.
Right, where you do all these things?
Yeah, and we played around back there and did a little bit of flying trapeze and a little bit of poles and
climbing.
All right, well, Jason, we have another clip that we're actually going to take a look at. While we look at it, tell me what you were thinking about. What was going through your head?
Well, at this point, I noticed we're working really well together, and it takes a lot of trust to do this. The coach that was there said that we worked really well together.
All right, you had that sort of chemistry going on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It takes a lot of trust to do that.
Teamwork. It takes a lot of teamwork, and that's what a relationship's about. And I have the idea that his girlfriend might not be very good at teamwork.
Now, Jason, there's obviously a good physical connection going on there. How would you say things were overall, though?
I have to say that was probably one of the most fun dates I have ever been on in my life. She was spontaneous, a little wild, a lot of fun. I mean, I think we had a great date overall.
So, there were a lot of things going on. Obviously, Jennifer, the strong connection that you guys had opened the door for some titillating chit-chat.
Well, that's another thing. We got into talking about sex, and he had said he'd never had any kinky sex with his girlfriend. So I gave him some creative ideas on what I thought might be. I mean, that's important in a relationship to be creative.
You're coaching him and giving him tips. That's very nice of you.
And then we talked a little bit about how we please ourselves.
Right. Now, Jason, I know this date lasted like, a good 24 hours or so?
Yeah.
How did you finally wrap it up?
Well, afterwards, I drove her home, and she was getting out of my truck. I just took her hand. I said, well, let's finish the night off. So I just took her hand and gave her a little kiss. And she's like, oh.
I trained him that way, thank you.
So she took my hand and did the same thing to my hand. And that was, it was really nice.
Well, it sounded like it was a pretty good date, though. The only thing left, though, is Tiffany spent the night with her date and woke up to some heavy-duty tongue action.
I woke up in the morning, and I felt like this licking of my toes. And I'm going, oh my gosh, please don't tell me he's licking my toes.
We got those details next, so hang on. Heard what happened on Jason's date with Jennifer. Now we're going to meet the hunk that we dug up for Tiffany. You know, Jason, up until now, it's just been you and Tiffany. But now she may have found a new Romeo. His name is Romeo Phillips. So, oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Romeo, good to see you. And you know Tiffany. All right, have a seat. And Tiffany, tell us how things started off with your new Romeo.
Terribly. It started out with, I was supposed to meet him at his apartment, and he was not 1, but 2 hours late. 2
hours?
Yeah.
At his own apartment, that's not a good sign.
Yeah, but he said there was a key underneath the thing so I can go in, I walk in, and there's a big dog. Didn't tell me he had a dog. It's okay. It's okay, though. Yeah, right? And then I had to wait 2 hours.
And Romeo, your excuse for all this was?
My boss kept me at work late that day, and it wasn't even that. It wasn't that long.
Tiffany, we obviously saw that picture there where you guys had warmed up to each other. So tell us what softened that mood that you know.
Look at this.
Oh God!
Please. Oh, get over
90 degrees all over again. Oh my God.
Oh, you like those boy bands? Now, Tiffany, what about the way he dressed? What about his wardrobe versus Jason's?
Oh my gosh, look at him. He's dressed great. Dog tags. What? You were never, sweetie, look at me. You were never in the military. You're not gonna be in the military. Get over it. I got my.
Okay, I had some training.
I got myself a Marine right here, and he doesn't wear any dog tags.
Right, yes. Romeo. What about you? How'd you feel about Tiffany when you met?
Well, when I first walked up, actually, she was sitting down, and I saw her, and she had the cutest face in the world, and she's wearing this. She was wearing a super sexy little outfit, and she had her, her hooters just everywhere. I'm sorry.
Whoa, back off with that.
They were, well, anyway, so yeah.
Great. Come on.
Now, Romeo, I understand that you had plans to take her to dinner. Did you at least make that on time?
Yeah, we actually did. We went, it was late, but we ended up going to a little Italian restaurant, and it was really cute. They actually turned on the lights for us to get a little more romantic.
Right.
We held hands across the table. It was really cute. We had a conversation for quite, an hour or two.
Now, Jason, in listening to that, there's some public displays going on there. What do you think about that little PDA action?
Well, gee, that sounds like a first for me. I don't know what's going on there, but I mean,
Things are changing.
So, Tiffany, you're having a romantic dinner. Did you have a chance to chat while you were chewing?
Absolutely. The sweetest thing is he asked everything about me. He wanted to know everything from the color of my nail polish to what I do for a living, for what my aspirations in life, everything about me.
They like that, obviously. Now, Tiffany, you're having this conversation. Anything that he let you know about himself that you didn't like?
Oh, this man is horny. This man is really horny. But seriously.
How does she already know that?
Well,
because he told me.
Now, Romeo, we know she's a dancer. Did you get to see her moves?
We did. We went to a great club, and we bumped and grind all night. I got to nibble on her neck. It was cool.
Now, Tiffany, how was his dance technique?
He dances really good, but I swear to you, he dances just like Vanilla Ice, dude. He's all. You know what though? He can move, and when Jason and I dance, let's just say we're not in sync.
There you go. Romeo, now we understand from Jason that she's a bit of a flirt. Did you have any problems with that when you were with her?
Not at all. She actually told me to show her my touch so that when we walked through the crowd, she would know it was me holding her.
What?
So, no.
Oh, see, Jason gets just the opposite of that.
I'm getting the opposite here.
You know I hate it when people touch me. I can't stand it. If they don't know me, don't touch me.
He just met you, and he's all over you.
A hand on the back and sitting on someone's lap are two different things.
There was no chair left. I had to. Here, I'll sit on your lap right now.
See?
Hey, Romeo, what about some after-dance romance? Was there any?
Actually, after...
Yes, close your legs.
Down.
Romeo, what were you saying?
The after dance romance was cool. We actually got a Duralog and we went down to the beach, but we couldn't get the thing lit, so we just kind of spooned in the sand and used it as a pillow.
You had a tough time lighting the fire? It sounds like a pretty bad problem.
What about lip locking, Romeo? Any of that going on?
No, actually, I asked her, if she gets on the first date. She said, no, she didn't. And I said, well she did no, hold on. She said she would do it if it was the right guy, and I asked her, well, how about me? And she said, not right now. So I got shot down. I got shot down.
And Tiffany, why not? What was going on?
Basically, I didn't want Jason kissing his date because I thought that was wrong, since when you're in a relationship, you should be faithful. But at that point in time, it just didn't seem right because I was more thinking about my boyfriend.
Oh, you were?
That's sweet.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Now, Tiffany, it's got to be getting a little bit late at this point. Did the date end there?
I live an hour and a half away, so I just spent the night with him and his dog in the bed.
Oh. You spent the night?
I woke up in the morning and I felt like this licking of my toes. I'm going, oh my gosh, please don't tell me he's licking my toes. It was his dog. No, it was his dog.
Okay.
His dog started sniffing me and licking my ear, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Right. Now, Romeo, she spent the night in the bed. Did you ever get that kiss that you wanted?
Not in the bed or anything, but on the way out, I walked her to her car and we did a little tongue twirling before she left.
And then
she went off. It was very sweet.
So Tiffany,
sweet.
Yeah, exactly. A little second thought the next morning. All right, has Jennifer found herself a new Romeo? We're going to find out when we come back. Stay tuned. With Jason and Tiffany. Now, Jason said he didn't even want to be here today. He said this was all Tiffany's idea. But he went along for the ride, though, and now it's time to see who'll be driving home with who. So, Jason, we're going to get your decision first. You guys have been hanging out for about a year, which is a long time to invest in a relationship. You went out with Jennifer. You guys had some really wild times, did some acrobatics together. Seemed like she might actually be the right speed for you. What's your decision?
Well, Jennifer was a lot of fun. I mean, we worked really well together. We had so many connections, so many things in common. It was great. The coach said that we made a great acrobatic pair, but I think that's probably the extent of what we made. So I decided to stay together.
Stay together. Jennifer, sorry things didn't work out that way. So, Tiffany, now Jason says he wants to stay together, but geez, we sent you out with Romeo, no less. So, you guys ended up at the beach, spooning in the sand. You spent the night at his house. You had a really good time, obviously. What do you say, Tiffany?
Well, if it weren't for the jealousy issue, I would stay together.
But
because you're so jealous, I think we're gonna have to.
Change of heart. All right, Romeo, that works for you? You're good to go? Okay. Now, Tiffany, obviously this was your idea to come on the show, so I hope you got exactly what you were looking for in the new situation that you have here. And Jason, sorry things worked out the way they did. All right, that is our show for today. Thanks to Jason and Jennifer. Good luck to Tiffany and Romeo. See you next time on Change of Heart.
Right after our show, Tiffany said she was glad she was honest.
I was going to maybe stay together and tell him afterwards, but I just couldn't do it because it's just not cool.
But it seems Romeo wasn't so honest. Turns out he was scamming on Jason's date, Jennifer.
I just met somebody.
We exchanged numbers secretively and it worked because no one knew.
Well, now everybody knows. Sorry, Tiffany, your Romeo wasn't your Romeo after all.